Chiefs Kingdom and the monsters of the Midway. Listen to the wind howling across the frozen tundra of Soldier Field. Do you feel that? It is the sound of the torch being passed in real time. We are standing in the shadow of the lakefront, witnessing a moment so transcendent, so defying of physics, that it has pulled the kings of the NFL out of their rehab centers and onto social media in absolute awe. For years, we have watched Patrick Mahomes do the impossible, the no-look passes, the left-handed flicks, the scrambles that turn into 70-yard bombs. But today, the architect of the Chiefs dynasty has found his mirror image. We are talking about Caleb Williams. We are talking about a divisional playoff clash against the Los Angeles Rams that will be etched into the postseason lore of the Chicago Bears until the end of time. A throw that traveled through the cold Chicago air with the weight of a franchise on its laces. The Red Sea and the Navy and Orange are colliding in a synchronized gasp of unbelief. Before we dissect the X's and O's of this improvisational masterpiece and what it means for the 2026 landscape, join the inner circle, hit subscribe, smash that like, and tell me in the comments, is Caleb Williams the true heir to the Mahomes'S throne, or was this just a desperate heave that happened to find daylight? I'm reading every single one of your takes. Listen to the brutal, clinical reality of this play. 27 seconds remaining. The Bears are trailing by 7. Soldier Field is a powder keg. Caleb Williams takes the snap. The Rams' pass rush, led by a front that has been haunting the NFC all season, collapses the pocket. Williams doesn't just scramble, he retreats. He is deep in his own territory, backpedaling into the void, defying every coaching manual ever written since the days of George Halas. And then, the heave, a backpedaling off-platform prayer that traveled over 50 yards through the air. It lands, refined, perfect, surgical, in the waiting hands of Cole Kmet. Touchdown. The score is tied. The roar from the lakeside could be heard all the way at one Arrowhead drive. And how did the king react? Patrick Mahomes, the man who rewrote the quarterback position, summed it up on his X account with a single emphatic word that matched the tone of the entire NFL world. One word: insane. That is the historical gravity of this moment. When the most talented player to ever touch a football calls your play insane, you aren't just a rookie anymore. You are a legend in the making. But let's pivot to the reality facing Kansas City as we enter this 2026 offseason. While Caleb is rewriting highlight reels, the Chiefs are facing a $58.1 million salary cap nightmare. The 2025 campaign was a 6-11 gash to the soul. The offense was stagnant, predictable, and cruelly one-dimensional. Patrick Mahomes was the 14th-ranked quarterback by PFF before he went down with that crushing ACL and LCL care on December 14th against the Chargers. And why? Because he had no help in the backfield. We are talking about a rushing attack that ranked 25th in the league. 25th! The Chiefs averaged a measly 2.5 yards after contact. Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt are both free agents, and neither cracked 4 yards per carry. The kingdom has no running game, and without it, defenses are pinning their ears back and hunting our $500 million asset. Let's go to the film room. Schematic analysis. The Rams were playing a cover 2 shell, trying to keep everything in front of them to bleed the clock. They had simulated pressure coming from the edge to force a quick, panicked throw. But Caleb used a 12-person mismatch strategy in reverse. He used the tight end, Cole Kmet, to exploit the safety leverage. Kmet ran a vertical option route that forced the Rams' deep safety into a hesitation step. By the time Williams unleashed that 50-plus yard bomb while moving backwards, the red zone efficiency didn't matter. It was pure, raw instinct. Now compare that to the Chiefs' struggle. When defenses know Mahomes is just going to drop back and take shots, they key in, they sit in those deep shells. We need a running back. Brett Veach has a monumental choice: free agency or the draft. The smoke is thick around Travis Etienne Jr. Spot Track projects him at a 2-year, $13.6 million deal, a steal for a guy who has 3 1,400-yard scrimmage seasons. He is the explosive check-down option Mahomes needs while he rehabs that knee. Or do we go to the podium? Jeremiah Love, the Notre Dame phenom. He is the clear RB1 in this class: explosive, well-rounded, elite acceleration. He is a future impact back who checks every athletic box. If Love is there at 9, does Veach pull the trigger to save Mahomes' longevity? Inside the building at 1 Arrowhead Drive, the scouts are glued to the monitors. One unnamed AFC executive told me, the Chiefs are one-dimensional. They've been coasting on Mahomes' magic for too long. If they don't find a back who can create chunk plays without perfect blocking, they're wasting the rest of Patrick's prime. A veteran scout whispered, Caleb Williams just showed what happens when a young QB is fearless. Patrick has that same DNA, but he's carrying too much weight. We need a hammer like Jeremiah Love or a lightning bolt like Etienne to take the pressure off. A third league insider added, Mahomes is hitting the checkpoints with Julie Frymeyer and Rick Burkholder, but he's already calling Veach about the run game. He knows that to return stronger than ever for Week 1, September 10th, he needs a balanced attack. Another front office source noted, the financial implications of being $58 million over the cap mean we might have to cut Jawan Taylor just to afford a mid-tier back. The roster churn is going to be ruthless. Think about the biographical bridge. Caleb Williams is chasing the legacy of the monsters of the Midway. He is linking his DNA to the improvisational skill of a young Mahomes. But for Kansas City, we need to link our next RB to the legacy of Priest Holmes or Jamal Charles. We need that inside zone dominance. Reuben Bain Jr. from Miami is an interior devastator on the draft board, but the offensive heart needs a new beat. If Mahomes is the transcendent vision of our era, he needs a vanguard. The reckoning is here. The Bears might be heading into the offseason after that OT loss, but the narrative has shifted. Caleb Williams is a legend in the making. And for the Chiefs, the silence at GEHA Field is a somber reminder that greatness is fragile. The 2026 offseason isn't just about rehab, it's about a total offensive overhaul. We cannot settle for good. We must demand legendary. Whether it's Love, Etienne, or a game-breaking wide receiver like Kenyon Sadiq to eventually succeed the aging Travis Kelce, the choice must be surgical. Stay tuned, Kingdom. The offseason is a gauntlet. The Red Sea never reconsiders. We reload, we rebuild, we reign. How about those Chiefs? We stand until the final whistle. We fight until the clock hits 0. The kingdom is tested, the crown is bent, but the reckoning is officially underway.